So I love the idea of meal prepping. I love the idea of having all this food ready to go whenever I'm hungry. I like the planning aspect. I like all of it. But man, I can't do it. I keep failing. And I'm seeing more and more people saying that they don't do it either and they're failing at it as well. So clearly it's not just me. So I thought I would make a quick video just sharing the reasons why I end up failing, or why it fails me, maybe. So the first thing is just kind of what I want to eat. And I don't necessarily want the same thing every day. And usually meal planning, the most efficient, quickest way to do it is to make only like a few things. But I don't usually want the same thing every single day. And I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna want like 3 days from now. If it's like breakfast or something, that's not something I plan because it's usually just a smoothie. It's easy to make. So like, yeah, that I can have pretty much every day, a smoothie or oatmeal, something like that. But lunch or dinner, it changes. And you guys know I have weird taste stuff where I'll love something. My latest thing, what was it? It was like this pad thai thing I made seriously like 10 times. And then like the 11th time just went, no, I can't, nope, I'm done. Can't eat it. It's making me sick. And that's what's happened every time I've tried to meal prep. I just get so sick of something, like it makes me physically ill to keep eating it. Kind of going along with that is a lot of things just don't meal prep well. A lot of things cannot be reheated. Well, they can, but they're gross. I mean, I see a lot of people say they roast vegetables ahead of time and then eat. I mean, you can, but man, it's not the same. It's not. I don't want 3-day-old roasted broccoli. No, I'd rather just have like a fresh peanut butter sandwich and an orange than some like really delicious stir fry or whatever, or some sheet pan broccoli and tofu that was delicious 3 days ago. So you're really limited is what I'm saying. Like soups, obviously, most soups are perfectly fine reheated. If anything, they get better after sitting, right? Curries as well. I find that most curries are great after sitting in the fridge, but a lot of the foods I really, really like, no, I want them fresh, And the big reason, the main reason why this fails for me is that I have to feed 3 other people. It's not just me anymore. When it was just me, I basically did meal prep. I didn't think of it that way, but I would cook on, I think it was Sunday, I would cook like 2 or 3 hours, and I had a huge soup pot, like I can't even show you, just humongous soup pot. I would make so much soup for the whole week, and I think I'd cook like rice and some beans, stuff like that. So almost everything I needed for the week. Oh, I would make some protein bars, and then a few days later during the week, I would spend like an hour making a curry or a stir fry, something like that. And that was all the cooking I would do. And that would last me the whole week. If I did that now, that would last us like 2 days max. I cannot spend 2 to 3 hours on Sunday making food that only lasts a couple of days. No. So here's what I do instead. Number 1, breakfast. There's no planning or prepping for breakfast. For me, I'm usually having a smoothie, oatmeal, something like that, something that only takes a few minutes to make. The kids are usually having their little Belvita cookies. They're still into those. I think they're finally almost off of them. So, we'll do more tofu scramble. They like smoothies sometimes, stuff like that. Lunch as well. I don't plan lunches. It's usually leftovers, or it's a sandwich, peanut butter sandwich and fruit, or some sort of wrap, a hummus vegetable, mock meat kind of wrap with fruit, or soup and a wrap, soup and fruit. The kids, same sort of thing, sandwich and pea chips and fruit. Dinner is where it gets, that's where it can be kind of a mess. So what I've found really works is to loosely plan dinner for the week. So I have some things that I can make, but I'm not like, this is what I'm making Monday, this is what I'm making Tuesday, because I've literally never, ever have I stuck to that like 100%. I just, no. So I just have a bunch of things that I can make that take an hour or less, most of which take like 30 minutes, something like that, and make sure I have kind of all the stuff for that. I have lots of easy things if I don't want to cook, if I don't want to actually like make a meal. I have a bunch of stuff that I can just kind of put in the oven or even just cook in the microwave. So one of our big go-tos that the kids always like, and they end up eating like a lot of vegetables, is tenders. We like the Incognito nuggets with usually some steamed broccoli. It's really just microwaved with a little bit of water. And maybe some carrots or red bell pepper, potatoes, some, roasted potatoes along with that. So really, really simple, super easy. All I have to do is cut up the potatoes, or even better, I'll use the sweet potato fries, the frozen, is it Alexa or Alexia, something like that brand. So easy and a great source of vitamin A. So yeah, win-win. So yeah, I always have lots of frozen mock meats and lots of frozen veggies in the freezer for when I just don't want to have to do a whole lot, which is fairly often. I should also mention that, buying a lot of mock meats and stuff, we haven't even tried this, actually. I just got this from Trader Joe's. Obviously, it's going to be more expensive than making everything from scratch. Vegetables as well. I love buying chopped and washed broccoli, cauliflower, especially because chopping cauliflower is just awful. It gets everywhere. It's terrible. But yeah, even though it's more expensive, it just saves so much time. Now, when it comes to actually prepping, other than, planning dinners, having some idea of the dinners I'm going to make for the week, I do like to make a few things. I don't really have a set day. It's just kind of whenever I feel like, whenever I don't absolutely hate cooking. Every once in a while, I'm like, yeah, I could make a soup right now. That's not so bad. And that's what I'll do. I'll make a soup, a nice vegetable kind of bean soup, which is really great for lunches. The kids aren't really into soup, so it's mostly for me and partner. Some curries. I might just make a curry as well whenever I want curry. Again, that's really good for leftovers. And snacks. The kids like the little, date balls, chocolate date balls, or lemon ones. I make some lemon ones that are pretty good. Banana nut muffins, stuff like that. That's what I find works for me. Meal prepping just does not work on a personal level, having to eat the same thing all the time. I don't like it. I used to be able to do that. I just don't like it anymore. And having a family, it's just not feasible. I know some people do it, but it does not work for me. And I forgot to mention, having 2 young kids, particularly my 2-year-old, sometimes they're just in a really bad mood and they just want me and they want me to hold them. So if I've planned to prep for 2 hours, no, it's not going to happen. So yeah, now I just have these stupid things that I'm never going to use. I don't know what to do with them. I guess we'll give them to Goodwill. Hopefully someone will want them. They're in great condition. They've really barely been used. So hopefully that was helpful. Again, I've seen other people saying as well that meal prepping doesn't work for them. And I've seen other people say that they like to prep components of a meal ahead of time. So, if you use a lot of dried beans, cooking beans, that makes a lot of sense. Cooking rice, stuff that will last several days in the fridge. Even chopping vegetables. I do that sometimes, although again, I just prefer, if I'm gonna have sliced, I do my sliced cucumber and sliced tomato with Italian dressing. I want it freshly sliced. Maybe I'm a diva, I don't know, but I don't want pre-sliced cucumber or even pre-sliced carrot. It gets all dry. No. This is just, I'm a picky bitch, the video. That's every video. Every video I'm complaining about food. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was at least somewhat helpful. I would love to know from any other picky bitches out there, any tips you have for food, because I'm not saying I have it all figured out. I mean, there's still time. I would like to cook more from scratch. I just haven't found a way to do it that's easy and doesn't involve cooking. Can I cook from scratch without cooking? That's what I need. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like the video. If you want to subscribe, that's cool. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com/unnaturalvegan. Also very cool. And I will have a new video hopefully very soon. Something we did try from Trader Joe's. These are disgusting. They are so gummy. There's just no fat. What is the fat? 4 grams. So there's a little bit of fat, but man, the texture is just so gummy. It is disgusting. Oh no, are we out of nuggets? Shit. 1 bag left.